Just a small note before we begin. I want to offer yet another very special thank you to Megan for standing in for Brendan. And with that, let's jump right in. Hey there, and welcome back to A Conspiracy of Gods, a custom 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign written and produced by me, DeRay. I'm your DM, and we're about to meet the players. But before we do, I want to offer a very special thank you to Matthew Wexler, the exceptionally talented man that recorded the music you'll hear in this episode and all of the other ones. They were tracks composed specifically for us here at A Conspiracy of Gods, and we are very thankful. Now, let's get back to those players, shall we?
Hi, I'm Chris. I play Calcifer, Fortune Under the Mountain. He's a cleric.
I'm Brendan. I play Zan Aura, the half-orc artificer.
I am Casey. I play Sarathiel Urudir. She's an elven druid.
I'm Joel. I play Fitzwilliam Halifax, halfling extraordinaire, lover of people, and patron of the arts. He's a bard.
Definitely what I was expecting.
Previously on A Conspiracy of Gods, the group had settled into their new home in Heth-Dorian, and Zan, after getting obscenely drunk, had been possessed by a spirit of mischief, who began an alchemical experiment before the entire group decided that they wanted to go shopping. They reconnected in the Emporium of Everywhere with Sir Barrington Towns and Chesterfield, where they procured various magical items of dubious value in some cases, and in other cases causing strange visions caused by one of the two voices in Fitzwilliam's head. However, when they returned to their home from the Emporium, they discovered that Zan's experiment had exploded into a pink viscous liquid, which was subsequently collected, and there was an angry knock upon their door. They discovered a Reth guard at their door, informing them that Lord Calidor wished to see them, but on their way to see the Lord, the group was accosted by 4 figures that seemed intent on their destruction. And that is where we join the players today.
He is going to hit Thunder Wave.
All right. That's a Constitution saving throw for everyone, correct?
Let me double check. Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What is your DC?
My DC is... Pull it back up. Oh, 14.
All right. Sorry. Wrong person. That is this dude. I assume this hits everyone, right?
Yes, it hits 15 within 15 feet of me.
Okay.
So I should be far enough away from the group that it doesn't affect the group.
Yep. So Soulless fails, and Sightless fails, and Nameless also fails. And crap, hang on. Uthric also fails. All 4 of them fail.
I'm going to go ahead and channel Divinity.
Okay.
And they're going to all take 16 points of lightning damage.
16?
Jesus.
All right. So you see this just smash Uthric in the face. And immediately, where he was looking like in discomfort, he looks like he's barely able to stand at this point.
They get pushed back, don't they?
10 feet.
10? 10 feet?
10 feet back.
Okay. So Uthric flies to right there. And you also see this wave smash into Nameless, who actually falls to a knee and passes out. Nameless is unconscious. Not dead, but unconscious. And Solus flies backwards with a grunt, and he...
That was Sightless.
Oh, Sightless, whatever. And he does not look like he's doing great, but he's doing better than Uthric and Nameless. And Solus also flies backward with a grunt, and looks like they are doing rather poorly as well. Next up is Sarathiel.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, and as the three cloaked figures get thrown backwards, you hear all three, two of them, because one of them is unconscious, say to you... We're just going to say that for unconscious. You hear this whisper coming from them, and they say, "Return what is ours."
Oh, God.
Yep, gonna be faster now.
And Sarathiel is up.
Okay, Sarathiel fires the singularity arrow right here. It will catch Sightless and Uthric, and Nameless.
Okay.
So that's a what, dexterity?
Yes, that's going to be dexterity.
That's a 19.
All right, I have to beat a 19, which is relatively doubtful.
Especially since Nameless is unconscious.
Yeah, Nameless does not get to. Uthric, however...
You
fails.
fucker.
He, starts to lift up and then just, throws himself back down. However, Sightless, doesn't get lifted at all, but bounds over and just, slams an arm down on Nameless, pushing him back down.
Both of these fuckers made their dexterity saves.
In fairness, Uthric rolled a 17, and he's got some bonuses, and Sightless rolled a nat 20.
How do you determine what the effect was?
You choose.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically, you feel, depending on the pressure you put on your string, it changed density, and that's basically, you figure that's how you choose.
Okay, can I make it heavy gravity then?
If you want it to be heavy gravity, that's fine. Roll 1d4.
4.
All right. You see, as this arrow kind of hits, you see this. It almost looks like an implosion of air as you see Sightless and Uthric try to remain upright, and they manage it. But you see Nameless, unconscious on the ground, flatten and lengthen. And you see this red and black blood, basically, start slowly spreading as he gets flatter and flatter and flatter. And Nameless is dead.
Oh, well, shit. Oh, well.
So, Sarathiel, you see this and realize that you just murdered a man.
Yep, that's good.
Next up, however, is Solus. And what is Solus going to do? It's a good question. Solus is going to try and find a soul. Raise an arm and
Don't do it.
point at Sarathiel.
Oh dear.
And what is your DC? Or your AC, rather?
12.
Alright. You see this ball of darkness just fly out of Sightless's hand directly toward you. And it smashes into you.
Unfortunate. Did you drop your die?
10 points of damage. Yes, I did. It does 10 points of damage to you. As this blackness, this hungering darkness slams into you.
Cool.
Chris, you left.
Yeah, no, my roll 20 went crazy.
Okay.
There
I'm
you are.
back.
There he is.
And that's Solus's turn. Sightless is going to Solus is going to.
Damn, how close is that to you guys?
It's
Owen's
actually just
relatively-
right up the street. Yeah,
Owen is
I'm
relatively
actually not
close to the
hearing
tracks.
it's because
It's coming?
at my house.
Oh, is it here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
So Solus, you see him kind of lower a hand to his side and then close his fingers, and a skeletal hand appears next to Fitzwilliam.
That's cool.
And these fingers close around you, Fitzwilliam, because a 9 meets your AC. These skeletal fingers close around you, and you take 7 points of necrotic damage, and you are held
Oh, fuck.
by this skeletal hand. Uthric is going to... I need perception checks from everyone.
8.
12.
Okay.
What do I add to this?
1.
My intelligence?
No, just 1.
Oh, 21 then.
Okay.
So you got a nat 20?
Yep.
Oh,
That matters.
Yes.
Oh, it does? My bad.
Yes. So
It just basically means that you do the best possible.
Mm-hmm.
I got 10.
Okay. So for everyone except for Zahn, Uthric disappears.
Oh, motherfucker.
Zahn, however, you can see him. Well, you can see a vague outline of him right there. No one else knows this, though.
Right where?
Where? Where
I'm
he
making
was?
I'm making a circle appear.
You're not.
I am not seeing a circle.
That would be because I'm on the wrong layer.
Oh,
Can you
God,
see
there's
now?
2 circles.
Sorry.
Are you? Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
But again,
Now, is
only
that
Zahn-
ground or is that off the edge into the lava pit?
That's ground. That's ground
Okay.
next to the paved street.
Does Zahn say anything about it?
Yeah, I'm going to point out that he's directly on Calcifer 6, and he's at, I don't know, what's that for the rest of us? 2 o'clock?
Roughly.
Ish.
Yeah, I will say that.
You're not an army wife or anything.
Or anything.
And that goes back to Fitzwilliam then.
Okay, I am trying to think of my options. So, I'm held.
Yes,
But-
by this skeletal hand. You can roll
Okay.
strength to try and get out of it.
Does this count as a grapple?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it is a hand holding you. in
Okay.
place.
Because on page 195 of the player's handbook, it says I can use a dexterity acrobatics check.
All right,
Um,
fair enough.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. And it is contested by the strength of the thing.
Okay.
So, that is a 24.
Yeah, you manage to worm your way out of this hand, and as soon as you're free from it, it disappears.
Okay, perfect.
Well, that's good.
That is
Well,
going to count as your action, though.
It does count as my action. And fuck. I'm trying. I can't think of any bonus action. Oh, actually, I can. Who's next? Calcifer?
No, Zahn.
Zahn is?
Yep, Zahn is next.
It's Zahn, then Calcifer? Okay.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to give Calcifer a Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay.
Ooh.
So what that means is you can use a D6 before the result of an ability check or roll is declared to increase it by whatever you roll, essentially.
Awesome.
I need to double check to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything, but we can move on.
Okay. Next up is Zahn.
So what?
So you see Uthric
Right.
here.
Saving throws to Calcifer.
Yes. And
How
then
far
you see
am I from?
Solus and Sightless. So,
You're here, so you're 25-ish feet.
yep.
All right, let me see.
Ward Array, is Xavier awake during this?
He, as far as you can tell, seems to be sound asleep. He kind of moved a little as you did Thunderwave. He was a little irritated, it seemed, by the loud noise, but otherwise he's sound asleep.
Okay.
So, as Zahn is standing there, the spirit of mischief in his head whispers something about hallucinogens on invisible enemies. It's hard to make out. His thoughts are severely disjointed, but that is kind of what the spirit of mischief hears.
Okay. Except that I have no idea what I can cast or throw.
You have a hallucinogenic potion.
Oh, okay. And I can throw that 25 feet?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take a stab at it.
Any potion up to 30 feet. So,
Cough,
Yeah,
cough. Someone
let's
help with guidance.
You did not skip arm day.
no. So you throw at Uthric, and I need you to make a ranged attack, which is going to be a d20 plus 7.
You know this shit. 12 plus 7 is 19.
All right. Then Uthric needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which he does indeed save.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. However, this
Lie to me.
this cloud of hallucinogenic gas kind of rolls up around him, making him all too visible to everyone around. And
Plan B works.
he's kind of
Yes, it does.
he's coughing, but he doesn't seem to be freaking out yet. Next up is Calcifer.
You can see and hear him. Even better. You're going to hear me eat dinner.
There is a cloud of hallucinogens around him, so I wouldn't recommend approaching him.
Oh, I should have asked my radius on that. Sorry, babe.
No, you're
the
good.
radius is 5 feet. So
Oh my God.
Calcifer is just out of range of it. It's a 5-foot circle. So
That was my hope.
I'm going to use Guiding Bolt, level 1,
okay,
at Uthric.
all right. Is that a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack,
All right,
120 feet.
all right. Go
Oh my
ahead.
God.
And
You
fire.
better be able to make it 7.
All right. I forgot for spells. What do I add to that?
That's going to be wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, that's easy. It's plus 4. 18.
All right, that is going to hit.
All right. Now I'm
You
going
should
to roll.
also add proficiency to that too, I think.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
plus 5. Either way,
It's
It
your
extra
spell
hits.
attack bonus.
And so it's
plus 6. Yeah.
all right. So now I'm going to roll 40 damage.
I'm sorry, how
So-
much? 4d10?
4d6.
Oh yeah, no, you don't need to. He dies. Like, yeah, you kind of form these bolts, and they fly, and they strike him. All 4 of them strike him square in the head, and you see him kind of rock back and collapse under this cloud of hallucinogenic gas, and he is dead.
Nice.
Give him the middle finger and say, that's what you get for rushing me.
Next up is Sarathiel.
Calcifer, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 20.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that.
Because of the myth.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Cthulhu, what's yours?
My armor class is 13. That's not right. My armor class is higher than that. I think it's supposed to be 15.
What about Zahn?
13.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Zahn because you have the lowest. Actually, I have the lowest, but I'm gonna give it to Zahn.
You can't touch yourself.
No.
Divinal starts playing. I don't want anybody else. Is that right?
Yes.
I touch Zahn and I cast Bark Skin. I touch a willing creature until the spell ends. Target's skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and the target's AC can't be less than 16.
Alright, so Zahn,
Cool.
you feel your skin harden and
I'm
get
a
rough,
fucking
and
tree.
these ridges raise in them, and it turns a very pleasant shade of dark brown.
And then just for the sake of being able to tell us apart, I'm moving back over here.
Alright. Also, Fitzwilliam, how long was that fairy light spell? What was the duration?
Oh, let me pull that up for you.
Forever
That
and
spell
ever.
lasts.
That's somebody else got that.
For some reason, I neglected to put it down. Oh, 1 minute.
Okay.
So 10 actions.
It's still up. And next up is Solus, who, is going to raise both of his arms up, and you see this gathering of darkness.
We know how well this went last time, guys.
You see this gathering of darkness around them. Maybe. Yes, hang on.
Oh,
Just
fuck.
like that.
Hang on.
Cloud of darkness, effective.
And you see, basically, they disappear in this darkness, and you cannot see them. Even those of you with dark vision cannot see them.
And neither of them had fairy fire?
They did,
Yeah.
but even in this darkness, it's just, you cannot see. You cannot see even the light of the fairy fire.
So I'm guessing my fire potion won't do shit to it.
In the darkness itself, probably not. If you manage to hit one of them, then
I mean,
yes.
yeah.
But you don't know where they are anymore.
Your darkness isn't wide enough. Cool.
I'm sorry, what? My darkness isn't wide enough?
Oh, I just have something with a 20-foot square radius.
It's a 15-foot square radius that this darkness covers, so.
I just found the fucking ruler, you guys. It's not even cool.
Alright, next up is Sightless, who... I need Fitzwilliam to roll Wisdom.
Saving throw?
Yes.
That is a 15, actually.
Alright, you feel this dark, cloying presence enter your mind. And it sits there for a moment, and you can't force it out. And then it disappears. You don't know what it saw, what it was looking for, or anything like that. And then we're going to do that. Okay. You see...
Given the...
No, hang on. You see... a halfling walk out of the darkness. Fitzwilliam, you recognize this halfling. This halfling is your former partner.
Oh.
And this
Kill him.
halfling walks out of the darkness and says, Please, I don't know where I've been. I don't know what happened to me. I just showed up here. Please don't hurt me.
Kill them.
Bye, Felicia.
Next up is Fitzwilliam.
Pause for a second. Srathiel had been feeling bad about killing one of them, but the actual unnatural awfulness of their acts has made that completely go away. Her druid training, while it was part of her like non-violence, she didn't want to be violent because of that. She also learned an awful like hatred for all sorts of unnatural beings like this, so she does not feel bad about killing them.
You don't know what they are at this time.
Yeah, but druidity comes with a hatred of especially necromancy.
You don't know that that's what this is. You can't feel it. This is something else.
A literal bone hand came out of the ground.
No, it didn't come out of the ground. It just appeared. Out of thin air.
Did we know that it was casting necromantic damage?
It was necrotic damage.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, Calcifer knows that. No one else does. Unless he, or no, Fitzwilliam knows that. Sorry.
Okay, so Fitzwilliam pulls out his lute, strums it, and says "die," and casts Phantasmal Force.
Alright, what saving throw is that?
That is an intelligence check.
Okay, are you casting it on the halfling?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your DC?
Well, I need to adjust that.
Okay.
Let's see.
If it's anything higher than 13, the halfling fails.
Yeah, that is a 15.
Alright, the halfling fails.
And so what happens is, in the halfling's mind, assuming it is not just an illusion, it is convinced that flames have popped up around it, and it is burning to death. So
do you deal damage, or is this just an illusion?
I do deal damage.
Right.
It is psychic damage, and it takes 6 damage.
All right. You see this halfling, and she looks around herself in terror, and then like starts grabbing herself, and she's dancing where she's standing, and she is screaming, just screaming in agony. And Fitzwilliam, I want you to roll a Constitution check.
Okay. Nat 20, baby.
Right. You feel yourself starting to have a flashback, this one your own. But in the heat of combat, you manage to pull yourself together and resist this flashback. And this halfling continues screaming. Next up is Zahn.
Oh, shit. How far is it from... Pretty damn far.
You can move. You have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And you can still do something after you move.
Alright, I guess...
If you get anywhere near me, I pretty much act as a shield.
That's fair. He does. He also likes to electrify things quite well.
Alright, well, I'm gonna move up 20 feet-ish.
Okay.
Right about there. That'll work. And
Nice, Casey.
You're welcome. Took me a minute to find that gif.
I'm gonna try a shot at this halfling with my crossbow.
Okay. That's going to be D20 plus dexterity plus 2. So D20 plus 5.
Oh, cool. 19 plus 5, 24.
That is going to hit. So roll damage for a crossbow. I believe it's 1d6.
It says 1d8 in here.
1d8 then. I was wrong.
Well, not entirely wrong. That's the hand crossbow.
Ah, right.
2.
Okay. So this crossbow bolt flies towards this halfling who is still, screaming and dancing and trying to put herself out of flames that you do not see, and it strikes her in the shoulder, and she spins around, and you see blood, just red blood coming out of her shoulder, and she's screaming and she's crying and she's begging, please, make it stop, please make it stop.
That's what I was trying to do when I failed my damage throw.
And next up is Calcifer.
I hate to be that person, but do Fitzwilliam and I have to make wisdom saving throws?
Oh, I forgot about your blood rage. Fuck.
Yes, you do.
God damn it, it's real blood.
Time out, saying real quick. Has Xavier woke up at all?
Yes, he is awake. He woke up to the halfling screaming, and he's just kind of looking at the halfling, just annoyed. Just very, very bothered because...
Holy shit.
What?
Okay.
That's my second nat 20 in a row.
It doesn't bother you.
I also got a 24.
Both of you feel this rage welling up in you, but both of you just grab hold of it and shove it back down, I assume, unless you want to try and put it to work for you.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
I look up at Xavier, and I'm going to say, watch your ears. This is going to be loud. And I say that loud enough for everybody, but I'm looking at Xavier.
All right. Xavier kind of sticks his head behind you and kind of shoves it beneath the cloak, and you feel him kind of moving around, but it seems like he's trying to protect his ears as best he can without hands to cover his ears.
I'm going to cast Shatter.
Sarathiel puts her hands over her ears.
Yeah, y'all this
As
is going to be loud.
Fitzwilliam.
Where are you casting Shatter?
I'm going to cast Shatter. If you see where my arrow is?
Yes.
All right. It's a 10-foot radius in a circle from that area.
Okay.
And you have to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. That's going to be an 8. I assume that does not save.
No, my spell is 14.
Okay. So roll damage.
Okay. It's going to be 3d8 lightning damage.
All right. You need not roll then again. And you all see this halfling lift off of her feet. Her head is back. She is screaming louder than ever, and you hear this shattering, this cacophonous, thunderous sound as lightning just lances through the air around this halfling's body, and she shrieks and she shatters. She breaks into pieces and falls back to the ground. And as she does so, those pieces kind of congeal together to form the body of Sightless, who is dead.
If y'all didn't know what the description was, it's a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts point I choose in a 10-foot radius circle.
Andy.
So that's just for everybody. I'm going to make a guess that it didn't hit Solus.
You really don't know. You can't tell.
Okay. Well, if he did fail it, he takes half d8 or half the damage.
Okay.
Or if he passed it. Sorry.
Okay. Next up is Sarathiel.
Okay, I'm going to cast Entangle. I'm going to center it right about here so it should cover everywhere. Because it's a 20 foot.
Okay.
20 foot.
Okay.
And it's just far enough that it does not affect Calcifer.
All right. What is that? A strength saving throw? Dex?
Strength saving throw or be restrained.
Okay. What is your DC?
14.
All right. That is probably not gonna do it. Nope. That does not do it.
Okay. Also, a creature restrained by plants can use its action to make a strength check.
Okay. You cast this, and I assume you cast it with your staff.
Yes.
Okay. You cast it with your staff, and as these vines spring to life, you feel them springing to life. And it's like a sixth sense has opened in your mind. You can feel the vines. Despite their magic, you can feel them. And you can feel what they feel. And you can't see, but you can feel what they're touching. And you feel solace right there. And you feel it coming up through the vines on your arm from the staff.
If I were to sit down and meditate and concentrate, would I be able to see through the plants, or would it still not?
Yes. No,
okay. Can I do that on this action?
No, you already used your action for this turn.
Okay. I say he's all the way off on the left side, about. We'll estimate from Calcifer. About 25 feet from Calcifer.
All right. Next up is Solus, who.
Now that he's been revealed.
Only to Sarathiel. No one else.
But you let us all know.
Yes, but not his exact location.
Oh.
So Sarathiel, you feel him do something, and then. Oops, shit.
All hell breaks loose.
And then he throws his dice.
And then you feel intense pain as something dark and you wouldn't say evil, but certainly malevolent shears through the vines you created. And just basically as it touches the vines you created, they wither and die. And you feel this intense pain as that happens. And
Sarathiel drops to her knees and is definitely screaming.
I need Constitution from you.
Fucker. Bullshit. Okay, hold on. That's a 13.
Alright. Yeah, you manage to stay conscious despite this agony in your head. And now you have no idea where Solus is.
That's okay. I found a spell.
Fitzwilliam is up next.
So, I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers while doing a little discordant melody on my lute.
Okay. And Fitzwilliam, every time you cast a spell through this lute, it seems to vibrate in, you can only describe a very happy way as you do it.
Oh, don't worry. Fitzwilliam is happy too right now.
Okay.
So
Dissonant Whisper.
Yes. The target needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
You don't know where the target is.
It just has to be within range and able to hear me.
What is the range?
The range is 60 feet.
Alright, that's enough. And it can hear you. So that's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that mean Calcifer and I need to make him too?
No, only enemies.
No, only one creature that I can.
That's a nat 20. So you hear. Oh, sorry.
Well, it still takes half damage.
Okay, roll damage.
Which means 4, 5, 3. It's going to be 12 or 6 damage.
All right. And you hear out of the darkness, and you can't pinpoint it, but you hear out of the darkness, and next up is Zahn.
I don't think I have anything that can help.
I really want you to take the other lava potion that Zahn has, and I want you to darkness and see if it just spreads.
I didn't realize I had a lava potion.
Oh, by the way, since he did take damage, he does need to make a concentration check in order to maintain his spell, if it is concentration based.
Let me check 1 second, because I don't actually know.
Is it darkness? Because
Yes,
that one
it
is. That is concentration based. Yeah.
Thank you. And that's gonna be... Oh yeah, that's a nat 20. The darkness gets darker.
Vanta Black.
Does anybody remember, did Zahn make 2 of those potions out of that flower, or just 1?
No. So he shoved 1 full flower into 1 fire potion.
That's right.
I don't believe he's had a chance to grind up any more fire flower.
Nope.
Okay.
I do have that pink bubbly shit that exploded.
You do.
You can see what happens.
YOLO.
Oh my god, it's pink versus Vanta Black. Sorry, hold on.
Is any idea what the range is on it?
It's a... so your throw is 30 feet. You don't know how far this stuff will spread.
All right, well, I'm going to throw it.
Right here.
Okay.
That's where he was, so I'm going to assume he moved a little bit.
One moment. I want to check on something. I want to see if I can help at all. You can keep going. I just need to...
Someone's going to dig this pink vial out of his bag. My bag, whatever. And... to make it worse, we're going to uncork it. Nah, no, we're not. We're not going to uncork it.
Okay.
I lied. I'm sorry.
No. That's fine.
And we're going to chuck it right about there.
Okay. Roll an attack. So d20 plus 7.
I'm going to put guidance on that.
All right.
That was an 11 plus 7 is 18.
Plus roll the d4.
Plus a d4. Come to me.
Now, is this a d4 you roll, Calcifer, or a d4 she rolls?
She rolls.
Damn.
Good, because I got a 4.
You could have added.
So you see this vial disappear in the darkness. And then you see...
And then...
Hang on.
All hell breaks.
All pink hell breaks loose.
Okay. Then you see... an area... Oh, hang on. An area from...
I'm just thinking of honey lemon, okay? That's all I'm thinking of.
Oh, there... You see that area kind of light up in this weird pink glow that actually it looks like it's eating away the darkness and growing as it does so.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Sorry about your city. It was eaten by a pink blob mass that our alchemist created.
I told you it was going to consume us all.
And Sarathiel, you also feel this pink ooze feeding off of the magical vines you created. It's eating them and growing even more as it eats the magical vines.
Thanks.
Next up is Calcifer.
All right.
How much darkness does this thing eat every turn? Because I'm curious.
You'll find out.
I'd also like to point out that you can tell Megan and I are related because we have the same evil cackles.
All right. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Zone of Truth.
That'll come next.
Lasso of Justice.
I am just for sakes. I'm going to cast it right here.
Okay.
So 5 feet around this area.
Okay.
Floating weapon. You cast the spell. You take and make make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet. Weapon.
Okay. You produce this weapon, and you can go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
If you want, you can add that inspiration die to it.
I am.
Awesome.
I'm going to roll. I definitely need it. 6 plus 5.
11.
11 plus my attack modifier, which is Dex, right?
For melee, it would be strength, and I believe
Wouldn't it be the spell attack modifier?
Yes, it would. So that's proficiency plus wisdom.
Proficiency plus wisdom. Oh, that's
the
awesome.
wording is
That's
really confusing.
4, 6, 12, 18.
All right. So you can't see, but you feel this weapon like spin around in a circle, and it's slicing through the darkness, but it doesn't hit anything.
Damn.
Okay, I'm going to make a bonus action.
Okay.
I can move my hammer up to 20 feet and
All right.
repeat.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to move it straight over on this side, and it's going to 5 feet in this.
Yep.
I do the same thing.
All right. Roll attack.
It's going to be exactly the same thing.
Minus the bardic inspiration. Or
Minus
is that
the
a
bardic
full-turn
inspiration.
thing?
I think it's only one attack roll.
Okay. So
Work off of that.
So what do you roll, or how? What was the?
It was originally 18 minus 5. So
All right. So 13. Roll damage.
cool. Damage is 1d8.
Okay.
Where's 1d8 at? 5.
All right. So again, you can't see, but you feel this hammer slam into something solid in the darkness.
And
Do I
also
get
a
a noise?
concentration check.
Yes. Concentration check. You don't hear a noise.
I'm just going to relay to the group that I felt a hammer hit on the far right side.
And the darkness is maintained. Next up is Sarathiel.
Okay, I
Sorry,
don't.
hang on. So sorry. Calcifer, make a dexterity saving throw.
Next thing, okay. Do. Right. Just to make sure. There's no, the modifier on that is
Just dex. It's your
just Dex. 15.
All right. You manage to sidestep as the blood that was basically squeezed out of, I believe it was Nameless, a couple of turns ago, reaches your feet, and as it does so, and you sidestep, you hear it sizzling on the stone, or at least you hear the black streaks in it sizzling. The red parts just seem to be blood, as far as you can tell.
Cool.
Cough, cough, cuckoo, cuckoo, hint, hint, black stuff.
While Kelsifer is making bird noises, Sarathiel is going to cast Moonbeam right into the middle. It's got a 5-foot radius.
Okay.
So in the middle of the blackness over there.
Uh-huh.
A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on the point within range.
Yep.
Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on the turn, or starts the turn here, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If it's a shape changer, it makes its saving throw with disadvantage.
Yep. And would return to its original shape.
Yes.
Question about this darkness thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the light is in a 10-foot radius, does that mean that if the light pierces an edge that, like, we would be able to see wherever that radius is? If we're, like, if I'm here and the light pierces this wall a bit, would I be able to see within the darkness in that specific area?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
All right. Well, Solus is starting his next turn in that moonbeam, so Constitution saving throw, and I will probably have to do 2. What's the DC?
My spell save DC is 14.
Okay. That's not going to do it, so go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, let me figure out what the D10 is real quick. 10
Alright, so...
of radiant damage,
yes.
if that makes a difference.
It does not, actually. However, this radiant moonbeam basically is burning Solus alive, and he falls to his knees, and he's like clutching at the ground, and the darkness falls away around him. And that's actually going to be his turn, because his second constitution check for concentration was a crit fail. Fitzwilliam's up. And you see this hooded figure just kneeling on the ground, trying to contain his screams.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What's
up?
Do we want to question him?
We can
Okay.
try. So Fitzwilliam is going to move.
Out of the pink stuff.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that, like. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you also see, as soon as the darkness disappears, this pink matter stops bubbling.
Okay. Well, Fitzwilliam is going to go over there so that he is within a decent range.
Uh-huh.
And he is going to fire his crossbow at at Solus. Well, he's going to level it and say, "Do you surrender?"
Solus, still bathed in the moonbeam, can't really respond to you. He's trying to control his screams, so you can't really tell what he's doing, except that he's in exceptional pain.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I can move the moonbeam, but only on each of my turns.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Well,
we...
I'll go.
Oh yeah, that would be right before Solus has his turn.
Yep.
Right.
I shouldn't assume the gender, but so
Now the pyro fuck.
I want to put
Cleared,
it back in another vial, I'm not gonna lie.
clear to go ahead and
Yeah, take him out.
take
I
him
mean,
out.
if you want to kill him, otherwise, I'm just gonna cast the whole truth spell on him and then try.
As you're standing here, kind of talking amongst yourselves, Fitzwilliam, you see Solus raise one shaking arm, and you don't see him cast anything, but you feel something rising from your bag, and you see both.
I fire my bow.
Fuck it, just fire.
As soon as I feel something, I fire.
Roll attack.
Okay.
You will
Hold
have
on.
advantage because he's still bathed in that violet light.
I'm gonna give a. No, I'm not. You got
That's
it.
good. Okay, so that is a 15.
Roll damage.
Okay. D8. I can't remember. Do I add my dexterity modifier to ranged attacks?
Yes.
Okay, so that is a 9.
All right. This crossbow bolt flies through the air and catches Solus in the top of the head, because he's kind of got his head down and his arm lifted, and it catches him in the top of the head and disappears beneath his robe. And as it falls over dead, leaking that same red and black blood, you hear two things kind of fall to the ground that had lifted out of your pack. And Solus is dead.
Okay, I grab the two things. What are they?
They are, both of them, the two amulets you had retrieved, one off of Mork, the Orc Crusher, and the other off of Terranik, the two cold amulets engraved with the snake with the baby's head in its mouth.
Oh, I thought that Srathiel had one of those.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think
No?
so. I think they were both
Okay.
in your
Not
pack.
today.
Well, I put them back in my pack.
Okay. And as soon as Solus dies, you see smoke start coming up from the three bodies of the hooded figures. And before you can do anything, all three of them just disappeared completely, including the blood that they had been leaking.
Damn you.
However,
You were going to collect it, weren't you?
I was going to try.
Me too.
The body of the gnome is still lying on the ground.
Yeah, but his blood's not sizzling. He's no fun.
That is true.
Is the puddle of fuck still...
Is the moonbeam still active?
It's concentration based, so I can turn it off.
That is true. You see the puddle of fuck trying to... It looks like it's trying to move toward the moonbeam very, very, very slowly.
I turn it off.
It immediately stops and lies inert.
I'm gonna go collect some more back.
And Zahn, roll intelligence.
What does that mean? D20 plus 2, okay. 19 plus 2, 21.
You, having seen this thing in action, you are fairly certain that this is a magic-eating ooze. It will absorb...
That's awesome.
Absorb and devour magical energy to basically expand itself.
Happy accidents do happen.
Do you say anything about that?
Yeah. Hey, guys, I got some fantastic magic-eating ooze now. Who wants a vial?
Fitzwilliam gets a vial.
Yep. So does Calcifer.
You collect this ooze.
Please give it a name.
I like puddle of fuck.
Right. So I'm right. Calcifer pulls out his very nifty pen and his quill, dips it in ink, and writes "puddle oh fuck."
Okay. And as you're doing this, Zahn also is reasonably certain that this stuff is utterly inert to everything non-magical. Like, you could pour it on your face and it wouldn't do anything to you.
And I know this.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell the group. If it's not magical, it's not doing shit.
What it would do to magical objects, you do not know.
That's fine.
Okay, so I keep it clear of my loot.
Is it like...
Hang it on your belt or something, but don't like pour it on your magic stuff, but it won't kill you if it gets on you.
Okay, I'm a magic user, so I'm still not going to get it on me. Is it like, does it have dimensions, or is it like basically a puddle on the ground?
It's an incredibly viscous liquid.
Yeah.
Like that slime we used to make in elementary school?
Yes.
Cool.
What about the slime from Ghostbusters 2? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Do we know how far it's going to expand if we throw it again?
No. You, based on its actions, you suspect that this thing will continue growing so long as it has a magical food source.
Okay.
Hey, what happened to that dwarf we were with?
You
It
don't
was
know.
taken.
No, you do know, because nothing happened to him. He has been basically standing and watching you guys work.
You fucker!
I say thanks for the help.
Oh, that's
He
right.
looks at you, and he says, "If Lord Calidor is going to trust you, I need to know that you're competent."
I'm going to turn and look at Xavier, and I'm going to say, hey, if you want to toy with this fucker, feel free and have fun.
He giggles and disappears. And you see the dwarf, his helmet start to lift off, and then he grabs the edges of it as Xavier appears, and he swats at the dragon.
Don't be swatting at a dragon.
Fitzwilliam approves of this.
So does Sarathiel.
He smirks and gives a slight nod to Calcifer.
The dwarf walks up to you now and says, "Now that you've had your fun, Lord Calidor is waiting."
Fun.
Oh yeah,
We've
fun.
been waiting
That's
this
what
whole
I call
time.
it.
So...
This is fun. Got it.
You know, we could have gotten there a little faster if, let's just be on our way.
You didn't need my help. And also the DM forgot he was there.
I know, but this is fun for character interaction.
Yeah, I'm definitely talking shit to this dwarf the entire time as we walk back.
Can I cast Cure Wounds outside of combat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm doing that because I'm nearly bloodied. So anyway, while you continue, I'm giving myself health.
And this dwarf is leading you very quickly to the trade district, to the tavern that you've actually already been in. And nothing else goes amiss. He leads you to the tavern. He greets other guards in the armor of House Wrath and leads you to a back room. And as you walk in, this guard walks out. He leaves the room and shuts the door behind him. And you see Lord Calidor Wrath standing before a table. He looks exhausted. He looks like he hasn't slept. His armor's still on. His weapon, his warhammer, sitting on the table, and he's leaning over maps of the Tannar tunnels that are all spread across this table. Casey, stop tapping something.
It's her mouse. Probably.
I've been moving my character off.
I think I'm the only one that noticed.
No, I noticed.
Looking at the screen.
God damn it, you take away all of my fun.
So Calcifer is going to walk up to him and offer him a drink.
Thanks for listening to this episode of A Conspiracy of Gods. If you're looking for more episodes, you can go ahead and check out the other videos on this channel or the playlist, which contains all of the episodes thus far. And remember to please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see some more of it. If you're looking for more information about the world, any maps, anything of that nature, go ahead and check out aconspiracyofgods.weebly.com. And, as always, thanks for listening.